It's not the best, however, I wonder if you guys can hear me. The one that's in. So before we get started, let's do a little bit of a sound check. We'll wait till everyone jumps in, and then we are getting this pumping. So today, the topic I really want to talk about is how to lose body fat. So that's a very common topic, very popular one, and I wanted to see how much I can help you guys with that. On top of that, we are also doing a Q&A, so feel free to ask me any questions, fitness related, of course. I want to help you guys as much as possible kick those fitness goals. Hi, War. What's up again, Roy to Rim? What's up? How are we? Graph, say hi. Once you jump into the live stream, please hit that like button. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all your support as well too. How are we all doing, guys? Thanks for joining the live stream. And today we're going to be going a little bit in depth with how to lose body fat. Right now I'm on the treadmill. I love going on live stream on the treadmill so I can get some work done while I'm on here talking to you guys. Lose body fat. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, but before we get started into this, does anyone have any questions? Because I want to help you guys as much as possible. Before we get started into the topic of losing body fat, and by the end of this live stream, I guarantee you would know how to lose body fat, how to get shredded, and kick those goals that you guys have always wanted. So I want you guys to stay with me to the end, but again, don't forget to hit that like button because this is going to be an epic stream and definitely one that you guys are going to enjoy. Again, I'm just going to give this a minute. Everyone that joined the live stream, please hit that like button as well. I'm going to give this a minute. If you have any questions, write them below because I want to help you before we get a little bit deeper into the topic of losing body fat and getting shredded. And first of all, I want to throw you guys the question of what is your goal? What is your fitness goal? You know, because we all have goals for training, be mental health, get bigger, get leaner, build muscle. There's so many different goals or reasons why we engage in fitness. So first of all, what is your goal before we get started? And check them in the comments below. Yeah. So moving on to the topic of losing body fat. What is the first thing and where do we first start? Okay. Now let's start with training because that's the thing that most people go to first. Like, how much should we train? Okay. Now when it comes to losing body fat, it's very, very simple, okay? First of all, you gotta fuel your body with what it needs to work efficiently. And you gotta give it less stress as possible. The more stress you put on your body, one, the more your body is gonna hold on to body fat, and two, it's gonna work inefficiently, okay? Now take a car for instance, okay? A car basically is a great example because, you know, you gotta put good fuel into it for the engine to run properly, okay? If you put shit fuel, excuse my language, it's not gonna run properly. However, if you also don't take care of the car, eventually it's gonna have wears and tears and eventually it's gonna break down like your body. So if your body breaks down, it takes a while to repair and it's gonna take you backwards. You're not gonna be able to travel anywhere the same way, okay? Now, when I say good fuel, this is our balance in life and this is what has been often misinterpreted by a lot of people. Now, first of all, we're gonna have a more balanced approach to life, a more balanced structure to you know, our meal plans, our training, our lifestyle. We're gonna have less stress. We can't overwork our body because those are the most common mistakes people do. They're like, look, I want to drop my calories, I want to do excess amount of cardio, excess amount of training, and I'm gonna lose body fat. The problem with that is most of the time people don't actually end up losing body fat. You sometimes look leaner, which plays a little bit of a trick in your mind because your water levels just drop. Each time you do cardio, you are gonna look slightly leaner because your water levels are continuously gonna drop and it's going to continuously gonna keep you looking lean. But it's only a matter of time until your body catches up. And once your body catches up to that, that's where sometimes people actually are like, oh, well, I used to be lean and then my metabolism messed up and then all of a sudden I'm starting to put on body fat. Now, the problem is you're still probably holding on to that body fat that you don't even know it is because your body has lost excessive amounts of water and you're continuously losing onto that amount of water. So you think, oh yes, I'm lean, but you're not actually lean. So what's the best way to know where you're at and before you get started when it comes to losing body fat, okay? First of all, eat carbs. Don't cut that out, okay? When people cut out carbs, one of the things carbs does is carbs holds onto water, okay? So if you drop your carbohydrate, you're automatically going to drop your water. at the same time, and it's gonna make you appear leaner, okay? You wanna see where you're at, so you don't want no games. You wanna know exactly at that point, okay? Number 2, okay? Train efficiently and give your body what your body needs. So, look, you're supposed to have a higher energy output than input, which means the amount of food you put into your body must be slightly less if you're eating a deficit. That's fine, but when you go over and go crazy and put your body in an extreme deficit, that's where the issues start to happen. You start to overtrain, your cortisol levels go higher, your body holds onto more body fat as well too. Number 3, don't starve yourself. Once you starve yourself, it is scientifically proven that your body naturally tries to adjust. So once you're in starvation mode, your body is going to try and save as much as it can, body fat. So that way you don't enter that starvation mode again. So you got to really think about these things when you are writing a structure or a plan to lose body fat. Okay, so now these are some of the things, they're very important, but we call them some of the basics that you should know because these are the things that are often lost. Okay, now let's go into the training aspect. Like I said, when it comes to training, structure your training, okay? Know that your resistance training is going to burn, is also going to increase your energy output while you're training and after you're training. So you know that that's a great way to prioritize your training, especially if you are losing body fat and trying to gain muscle tone, which is something I assume most people actually want. They want to lose body fat, but they also want to be tighter. So they want to feel tighter. So it's one of the biggest things that, and like most people request. They're like, oh, I want to get toned and I want to lose body fat and get shredded. I want to keep that muscle, okay? So you probably want to prioritize your weight training, okay? Because you are going to burn body fat. So you're going to be burning energy while you're doing it and after a rest when your body needs to recover. Add some cardiovascular training into your workouts as well too, but make sure it's structured, okay? Once you add some cardiovascular training, this is something that you're most likely going to burn a lot during that time, but you're not going to burn as much at rest with your cardiovascular training. Now, it's good for your heart, it's good for your mental health, so it's good. Your cardiovascular training is a great one for quite a lot of things, so it's just good in general, overall, good for your digestion, so it's great to actually include in your training structure. Okay. Do not overtrain. When you overtrain, it just takes you backwards. Okay. Your cortisol levels increase. Your body is also going into that starvation mode where it's like, I'm going to hold on to my body fat. I'm going to hold on to as much energy because you get stressed and doesn't know what's happening. The hormones go everywhere, and that's not a great way to lose body fat. Now, when it comes to food or nutrition, this is another thing. And in fact, people say it's the most important thing, but I guess your energy output is just as important as your nutrition. Okay, find food that is comfortable for you. Okay, you want to find food that fits into your life. Don't look for foods. Don't try and fit foods into your life because it's not sustainable. You're not going to last long for it, and I guarantee you that 100%. Okay, I mean, some people they've got that strong willpower, but they also live a miserable life. So, I mean, it's very different if you're operating like a competition. That's different. It's a short-term goal. You're like, look, after a competition, I'm going to go back to a sustainable lifestyle. So it's completely different. And I understand that. But if you're looking for something that's sustainable, you want to be like leaner, looking most of your life, find foods that you love. Okay, there's no good and bad foods, okay? There's foods that actually supply more like nutritious value, okay? And this is a great way to include whole foods into your meal plans, you know? And if you guys don't know what whole foods are, they're non-processed foods. So it's a very simple way to put it. Try and make them about 60% to 70% of your daily intake of food, okay? Now, the reason why I also said have some balance in your life is when you start to restrict your foods, okay, and say, look, I can't have some of these foods, you're actually, one, more tempted. Two, once your body has it, because it's been craving these things for a long time, okay, once you have it, your body wants more. It's kind of like what I said to you about starvation. How when you starve yourself, your body's like, I need to hold on to this. Your cravings actually increase more, and that's how it leads to people binging. And you start to actually want more and more. And now when you get into that phase, your body gets so used to that it's actually hard to get out of. And this is where having a great balance or structure with your meal plans becomes very, very important. So, how do you do this? Have a structure. Have some foods that you like. Weigh your food to start with, okay? If it doesn't affect you in a mental way, negatively, okay? Then eventually you're gonna try and move on to estimating the weight of your food, okay? The reason why I say sometimes it's good to weigh your food at the start or understand how much actually you put on your plate, because a lot of people can't go straight to estimation. It is very hard to estimate your food and know what you are eating when you just start. And so it's good to have a good idea what 100 grams of rice feels like, or 100 grams of potatoes looks like. So it's good to have this clear view and clear understanding of what you are putting into your body. But like I said, there's no good food and bad food. There's only foods that are nutritious and foods that you also eat to satisfy yourself and for pleasure. But you got to remember that some of the foods that you may not be nutritious might satisfy you mentally, and this is just as important physically with your body, because your mental, your cortisol is actually released from your brain. So if your body is not actually in a non-stress place, is what I'm gonna put it, then it's actually harder for you to lose body fat too at the same time too. So and there's always something suffering. There's always some hormone suffering, while you're stressed out and trying to basically live up to these standards that your body can't live up to for a long period of time, following a fully strict approach when it comes to your diet. And so, again, balance is the key. Balance is everything. Once you get that down packed, you're winning, okay? So those are some of the biggest things I wanted to approach when it comes to losing body fat without training and nutrition. If you guys have any questions as well, drop them in the comments below, because I want to help you guys as much as possible. If it's about nutrition, it's about training, it's about what exercises you should be doing, what foods you should be eating, let me know in the comments, because I want to help you guys as much as possible. A little bit about my structure. I prefer to live more of a really, really balanced approach. I don't stress about foods. I don't and if I was like, look, I want to lose body fat, my approach would be, look, I want to train more. I want to just be a little bit more mindful of what I'm eating, and I would like to just manage what I'm eating. Once you start to stress, that is actually the killer of your success, and that's the killer of your goals. So sometimes it's good to take a step back, think about what you're actually doing, think about the structure, think about your approach, think about it being good for you mentally as well as physically, okay? But also have knowledge behind what you're doing, because when it comes to nutrition, you do need the knowledge behind it. It does help to have someone that guides you and helps you with this. I've studied a degree in nutrition and food science. I've had a lot of experience with nutrition and food science over the last 10 years, so it's something that I can hold up high, and I'm very confident with my work, with what I do. So if you guys need any help, definitely hit me up on Instagram at Kwame Duah, because I really want to help you guys as well with your goals. How long do you let your body rest after each workout session? Okay, so it depends what muscle groups I'm hitting, okay? So if I'm hitting like legs, okay, even though I did legs there every 7 days, if you watch the videos carefully, some of the days I only did 30 minutes leg workouts, because it's pretty exhausting on your body. However, I try and give my body the same body part. For me, probably about 1 to 2 days is enough for that body part to recover. But now this depends on you. You can gauge this by your delayed onset muscle soreness and when you recover, okay? So you will be sore, you will be exhausted, you feel the tiredness as well. That's how you gauge and you get a good idea. And over time, I guess, you get to know what works well for your body, because everyone is different. I would say give your body a muscle group at least 2 to 3 days to recover, probably 4 days if you're a beginner, before you hit that same muscle group again. If you're hitting full body parts, sometimes it's like full body workouts, it's sometimes not as exhausting on one specific muscle group, and it allows you to increase the frequency, which means how often you train these muscle groups. So that's another great little pointer for you, and that's a great question as well. I like that. How long do I rest after each workout session? Also, if you mean sleep, that could also, I've been trying to get more sleep these days because I understand the importance of sleep, and honestly, I've never felt better. Like, the only time I probably felt better than this was when I was younger, and I used to recover like crazy. And when you are young, guys, you literally can live off of 2 hours sleep and you can recover, you can grow it so quickly. Now that I'm 28, I know my recovery takes a longer time. I get an injury, it takes a longer time. So I'm very in tune with my body. I listen to my body. I sometimes take some time off when I need, and I focus also with my rest. Like my body, I wake up, I feel so much leaner doing less, which is, you know, at the end of the day, for having a great lifestyle, that's the best thing. I do cardio when I want to do. If I have any little challenges I want to do, I kind of set them, but I actually enjoy it when I do. I don't just do it for the sake of doing it, or even for the sake of losing body fat. I actually stay leaner and in better shape, having a great peace of mind, and also having a little bit more rest, because one of the things I've been really bad at is rest. Like, my sleeping patterns have been bad, so I've actually started incorporating a lot more into my lifestyle, and it's honestly worked the best for me in regards to decreasing my stress levels. How many times a week do you train? So currently, when you say train, if you do mean cardiovascular and resistance, then virtually about 6 days a week. I try to have 2 resistance days off, and one of the other days that I have off, I do some cardio training too. I love cardio. I enjoy it. I do boxing as well as sometimes some HIIT training, and then which very rarely, which I started about 2 weeks ago, but I need to get back onto it because I haven't since then. I use my assault bike, and which I burnt about 300 calories in 25 minutes. So I need to get back onto that, which would be pretty cool because I do like my assault bike. It's very good and very, I'm not very prone to injury with that. Like I feel like very easy on my joints, so that's why I like it. So again, like, you gotta enjoy what you do. You gotta make sure it's long term. I'm getting older. I want to be in the game longer, and I want to be able to maintain my physique, eat comfortably, and enjoy it. What would you say is the best cardio to lose body fat? The best cardio, if you want my personal opinion, is using that assault bike. HIIT cardio is one of the best cardios to lose body fat and keep muscle. It's scientifically proven. There's no 2 ways about it. And when it comes to HIIT cardio, it is also the harder cardio. Gets the heart rate up, gets the muscles working, and that is why it's such a good one. Alternatively, look, the best cardio is the one that you can actually do if you want to lose body fat with it. So, see, right now I'm on the treadmill. I go with my balance. Right now, I don't have the time to do it. I just finished a leg workout. So I'm doing it. I might potentially do some boxing tonight. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. So, the best cardio is the cardio you can do. But again, it's about challenging yourself. List training is awesome. I love list training. It's a great way to get into your cardio without even trying. You don't even have to try to do it, and it's still working. But one of the best cardios, if you have an assault bike, is the assault bike. Like, to lose body fat and keep muscle. Have you ever done real wrestling that you see on TV at the Olympics? No, I haven't. It would be cool to do though if I didn't have to worry about my joints and functional movements as a bodybuilder. Yeah. Hi, how are we? Thanks for dropping in and saying hi, guys. That's been really good. Keep the questions coming as well. I want to help you guys as much as possible. So yeah, keep them coming while we're here. But yeah, wrestling looks cool though. Wrestling looks really cool. However, on the twist, I used to love watching WWE when I was young. I love the good old, fake wrestling. But you know what? It's a lot of work. Those wrestlers still have to work to do all the performances, the jumps. They still get injured as well too. What is the best diet if you want to be lean? Okay, so let's expand on your question. What do you mean by lean? Do you mean just losing body weight in total, or losing body weight and keeping muscle? So muscle tone as well. Who was my favorite wrestler? Ooh, there was a few that I liked. I loved Triple H. I loved Randy Orton. The Rock was cool, but he wasn't actually my favorite back then. I'd say even John Cena Randy Orton was probably my favorite. He was a beast. He was an absolute beast. how many times a day do I eat? It really, really depends. You know, like I try and eat when I can. Sometimes it can range from 4 to 5. Sometimes it can be 6 if I wake up in the middle of the night and eat. I don't try and keep to any specific amount of times I eat. I don't really do much with nutrient timing. I go with the flow as long as I have an estimated amount that I'm gonna get in. And I try and, right at the moment where I'm sitting at the moment, I don't really track my macros. I basically estimate how much I'll be eating and I just eat it in the day. So I don't really go with how many meals per day. But generally I try and keep it to 3 to 4, and then sometimes 5 or 6, depending on if I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and eat as well too. Oh, that's so cool though. That's epic. Keeping muscle. So to keep muscle, your HIIT cardio is probably one of your best one to do. Like I said, the assault bike, one of the best. When it comes to a diet, making sure you also have some high protein to keep that muscle in, high carbohydrates as well too. This is the problem, a lot of people cut out their carbohydrates, but what does your muscles hold? They also hold glycogen. So those glycogen stores, if they're depleted from your muscle while you're losing body fat, your muscles might atrophy a lot more. Atrophy meaning they'll lose or drop a lot more while you are losing body fat. So it's a big one. How many calories do I consume in a day on average? Between 4,500 to 5,000. You too, have a nice day. And this is awesome, guys. Thanks so much for dropping in. You guys have been so good. And I appreciate your time and effort, and I hope you guys are learning a lot from these because I want these to be informative for you. That's why I do these. So I just want to say thanks again for joining my stream. I appreciate you guys. If you just joined this stream, make sure you hit that like button. And I'm gonna try and come on streams a lot more. But yeah, stay tuned because I've got lots and lots of content coming. Drop in the comments after the stream, guys, what you guys want to see more of too, because I want to make more content for you guys. So drop in the comments what you guys want to see more of. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Kwame Duah, my TikTok at Kwame Duah Official as well too. So follow my other platforms because I always constantly post more on there. Thanks again, guys. Your boy is Peace.